no matter what it is you're going through, it could have been worse. So I look at my condition and I look at the bigger picture, I look at the world inside of Jamaica, within my own cardiology clinic at the UA hospital, and I said that people are there going through way worse than me, you know. So I tell myself that even though I'm going through all of this and I have this terrible heart condition, it's deadly, I also have mild scoliosis, I have cluster headaches, I'm mildly hypertensive. It still could have been worse. It's funny, you know, people might find it weird, but the other day someone asked me where I get my strength from. And it might sound weird, but I say fear. And when I say fear, I mean that I have a fear of dying young and not fulfilling my purpose. So I fight to live every day. I have a fear of dying, so I fight to live every single day. Every single day I get up is a struggle. I can't function without my medication, that's one, you know. So having to take medication, having to do regular tests and visits at the doctor, that's not easy and it's not cheap either. I'm prohibited and limited in certain ways with this condition because having the battery in this device in itself is it's a mechanical device, so I'm affected by loudspeakers, chainsaws, drills, cell phones that trigger alarms when I go certain places, you know. I can't run, I can't be as active as I used to be, so I can't run, I can't dance, I can't exercise. While exercise may be good for the heart in certain ways, it speeds up the progression of my disease. So as it is, my condition will get worse over time, and exercise may speed up that progression, you know, in causing my heart to deteriorate faster than it already will. So I can't do that. Even having sex is a risk, you know, there's the risk of getting shocked, and if I'm getting shocked and I touch somebody, they'll get shocked too. So, you know, do that math, you know, having sex and, you know, yeah. Having kids, that's a risk as well. So, yeah. My dream was to become a dancer, you know, and doing the performing arts. I wanted to get to Edna Manley, but, you know, life had other plans, so I just went with the flow. And one thing that I take from this is that sometimes it is in your deepest pain and struggles that you can uncover and reveal hidden talents and hidden purpose. If I didn't have this heart condition and realizing that I can't dance anymore, I wouldn't have known that I have the potential to be a good media practitioner, a good news reporter, and somebody who can be a motivational speaker, you know. So through all of this, through every struggle, every adversity, there's something to be learned. It so happened that I had to sit out like 3 semesters, 3.5, almost 4 semesters. And it happened that every time it was nearing final exams was the time I had to go to the hospital for a surgery or something. To be honest, there were times I felt demotivated and discouraged and felt like, yo, I can't do this. Why is this so hard? Why is this happening to me? You know, but then I said, if God didn't know that I could manage it, he wouldn't have given it to me. You see, because of the challenges and every time I was so close to just putting my foot over the finish line, something pulled me back. Even at the day when I went to graduation, when they gave me the paper with my name on it, even when I stood at the stage, I didn't believe it was real until the person said Abi-Gaye Smythe, and I shook the president's hand and I collected that degree in my hand. I still didn't believe it. I was like, hey, after 7 years, I owed it to myself to walk across that stage. After 7 long years, I owed it to myself, and I owed it to my family and to everybody who supported me, and also to my mother who would have wanted me to finish. Even though life is hard at some point, there are challenges, there are struggles, there is still hope, there is still joy, there's still comfort, there's still peace. There is still better to come. You just have to ride out your storm. You know, your storm may last longer than someone else's, but you have to ride it out. It has to end one day, you know, and you'll be happy one day. So you just have to ride out your storm. Everybody has a purpose in this life. And you just have to find yours and find the joy in fulfilling it. And you have to find the purpose in your pain. Yeah, you have to find the betterness in your bitterness. You know, you have to just hold on and fight. And no matter how broken and damaged you are, there is something deep inside of you that can be a ray of hope to somebody else and to even you, depending on how you look at it. I have a heart foundation that I started to raise awareness for heart disease, and one of my long-term goals, emphasis on the long term, to provide financial support for people in Jamaica living with heart disease. Living with heart disease is very expensive, and not a lot of people can afford the necessary treatment. So I want to help those people. If I can give 10 people $10,000, that's $10,000 less for them to worry about. Not everybody can find it. And every year, over 6,000 people die of heart disease in Jamaica, and half of these deaths, they can be prevented, you know. So I used to do school tours, and I tour high schools, I share my story, and I motivate these young people, and I also raise awareness for heart disease. You know, so I want to continue that. Now I use social media. For now, I'm using social media platform to post statistics and facts about heart disease. But I want to kickstart my school tour again soon, where I tour high schools and I share my story and I raise awareness for heart disease. It has been overwhelming in a good way. I've been receiving so many messages. Sometimes I get so emotional to know that just sharing my story gives somebody else hope. You know, so I've been getting a lot of messages, and they're very heartwarming. And I feel so good to know that I'm helping people. Just by the things that I post on social media, they give people hope. So it's a fulfilling feeling for me.